Mr. President, members, guests, and Holstein enthusiasts, thank you for participating in this meeting this morning. On behalf of the Board of Directors and staff, we are glad you are here and hope you have enjoyed the convention as much as we have. I would like to extend appreciation to our Washington friends who helped make this convention possible. Please join me in this show of thanks. The lifeblood of the Holstein Association is you, the quality individuals who make up the world's largest dairy breed organization. Thanks to each of you, the members, for your commitment to the Holstein Association and the registered Holstein cow. Obviously, the depressed milk prices of 2016 challenged our membership and everyone involved in the dairy industry. In 2016, 1,742 dairy farms went out of business. This harsh weeding out has been difficult for all involved. It's no mystery as to why dairy farmers have been experiencing the financial strain they are. Quite simply, there is a global glut of milk. The Holstein Association's Dairy Price Stabilization Program that was introduced but not adopted nationally in 2009 aimed to reduce the volatility of milk prices. The plan is to reduce the roller coaster price fluctuations too frequently experienced by dairy farmers, processors, as well as consumers of milk and dairy products. The Dairy Price Stabilization Program should be part of the next Farm Bill. Until then, we can expect the volatility in milk prices to continue. In the money section of the April 25th, 2017 edition of USA Today, Bruce Jones, an agricultural economist at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, stated, quote, "In the short run, we have got to put the brakes on milk production. Processors are telling farmers we can work through this, but don't compound the problem by expanding milk output dramatically." Joan Baer, a spokeswoman for Foremost Farms USA in Baraboo, Wisconsin, a cooperative with 1,300 members, stated in the same article, quote, "We have to strategically plan for every drop now. As our members look to their future and their plans for growth, they have to be in lockstep communication with us," end quote. My intent with these comments this morning is not to wallow about milk prices, but instead to stress that the only way to get out of this predicament is to better manage supply with demand. Your Holstein Association is the perfect group to address this because we don't have the baggage and burden of managing dairy processing plants and the challenges of running them at full or partial capacity. Nor do we have the worry of managing the delivery and inventory of a perishable product. We come to the table with the single focus of doing what is best for you, the Holstein Association USA dairy farmer member. One of the reasons you're here today is because the Holstein Association USA is a member-driven association that goes deep into the heart of Holstein breeders' needs to continue with and develop new programs, products, and services to help you be more successful. Our elected leaders, drawn from the membership, develop the policy that establishes our direction. Over the last year, national directors have spent time evaluating present and future needs of the dairy industry as we prepare for 2030 and beyond. We have to be acutely aware of the impact of how what we do or don't do today might impact the future of the association, its members, and the registered Holstein cow. In my position, it's critical to have a clear focus on the present, but at the same time, it's just as important to have an eye on the future. Quite simply, we always have to do what we are doing now well, but we also have to try to foresee what might be coming down the road. We need to continually analyze what we can do now to position the association and its members to be relevant and successful in the future. As we do this type of forecasting, we accept the fact there are no absolutes. We ask ourselves what the dairy environment will be like in 2030. We think about what programs, products, services, and activities we're involved in now or offer today that we may want to abandon in 2030 or before. Today, some associations are purposely concentrating their resources on a limited number of key programs and activities and eliminating those that are obsolete, underperforming, or no longer as relevant as they once were. By abandoning the programs without much of a future, associations can allocate more resources to those with a bright future. As we go through this process, we need to rigorously try to define the people who will be milking, breeding, caring for, and owning Holstein cattle. Too many associations are structured to serve a market that doesn't exist anymore. We're going through a disciplined analysis of the market and markets that the Holstein Association serves today and trying to predict what will likely evolve to tomorrow and into 2030 and beyond. We will continually analyze opportunities for the Holstein Association, the cow to take advantage of new technologies as they relate to genetic markers, breeding practices, and how our cow and members may benefit from such. We will continue to spend more time looking at the actual product the Holstein cow produces and opportunities that may arise for our members to produce and sell things like A2 milk and other milk and milk products for niche markets. Along these lines, the demand for polled Holsteins will continue to escalate. Your Holstein Association Board of Directors and employee team will continue to evaluate opportunities that could result in benefits to the association members and dairy community. The successful endeavors we currently have with Allflex, Agritech Analytics, and Zoetis are all shining examples of successful planning and execution. As a result of each of those collaborations, the Holstein Association now works with dairies which we never worked with previously. The advent of genomics has sparked interest in the Holstein breed. Of the 610,236 Holsteins born and identified by the association in 2016, 216,114, or 35%, were genomic tested. When looking at association member activity, it's interesting to note that one of our 5 largest members, in terms of business done with the association, did their first business with us in 2014. Another new member, who did not do business with the Holstein Association prior to 2016, is now one of our largest 5 members in terms of activity with the association. Put another way, 2 of the association's largest 5 members in terms of dollars spent with the association did no business with us prior to 2014. These examples show the tremendous growth opportunities dairies like these see with registered Holsteins. Without question, there is a role for all ages, all interests, and all sizes within your Holstein Association. Individuals choose to be a member of this great association for varying reasons. When I look around this room today and see the great minds and dedicated leaders who are here, it becomes very clear that there is no end to what this association can accomplish. This room is filled with delegates, former association directors and presidents, current and former Holstein Association committee members and directors and presidents, and many other Holstein enthusiasts. I'm very thankful for all of you. But this time, I do want to recognize all of those in attendance who are either current or past members of the association board of directors and presidents to stand, please. Please stand. Current or past delegates of the association, please stand. I want to personally thank you, all of you, for your dedicated service to this association. This is one whale of a group. Thanks so much. Give yourselves a round of applause here. Thank you. Thank you, President. The current Holstein Association Board of Directors and retiring directors, Roy Busing, Mike Jones, along with outgoing President Gordy Cook, are to be commended for the wonderful contributions they have brought to your association. Let's also show them another round of appreciation. As you can imagine, I work with the president of the association more closely than the rest of the board, and that has always been extremely fulfilling. It's nice to see some of you, the past presidents, here with us again. You'll be introduced more formally later. I don't know if everybody here knows this or not, but Gordy was the architect of the association's dairy price stabilization program. And we had some exciting trips to Washington, D.C. over the years promoting that concept. And one of the things I've always appreciated about Gordy was his willingness to go for it, no matter what obstacles we might encounter. Gordy, thanks again for that, always. He is one great guy to travel with, and I'm telling you, he never stops. It's great. We'll miss that, Gordy. Switching gears, as you can see in the narratives and statistics chronicled in the 2016 annual report, your association had a solid year. We saw growth in some areas and reductions in others. One of the highlights was the registration of 377,305 head and the identification of another 313,248 through our basic ID program, which results in the identification of 690,553 Holsteins, which is 108,687 more, or 19% higher than 2015. The 690,553 animals represent an all-time Holstein Association record. On the other hand, while it was great to welcome 742 new junior members and 448 new adult members to the association in 2016, the numbers represent decreases in both categories. Compared to 2015, 102 fewer adults and 110 fewer juniors joined our ranks. The fact that more people leave dairy farming than enter it every year does make it challenging to grow membership. Then again, the abilities and strength of our current members are as strong or stronger than they ever have been. When you get right down to it, the Holstein Association is not just a cow business, it's a people business. Many of you have gained much more from the Holstein Association USA than is recorded on the dollar side of your own operations ledger or that of the association's. Through the Holstein Association, you have gained friends you would have never met without your common interest in registered Holstein cattle. My hope for each of you is that all of you will have the opportunity to meet at least 5 new people during your time here in Washington this week. Make friends with those people, and many of those special friendships will last a lifetime. We've all gained fond memories of cattle, people, places, special events, national conventions, and experiences that are not available to the uninvolved. The greatest gain, however, might be in the personal satisfaction each and every one of you have from the knowledge that you have contributed to the well-being and improvement of the United States registered Holstein herd, which is in the most coveted in the world. Thank you very much.